Check 1 2. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Steve here at the DJ Lab, and yeah, here we are in 4K. Can I tell you? Got the new Sony A7 IV using the kit lens for now. Going HDMI out to the cam link. Just picked that up, and I don't know. We'll see if it makes a difference. Give me 1 second though. I want to flip over my chat onto my MacBook, so when I look over there, I'm not looking that far off the camera. All right, here we are. So now I can actually see what you guys are typing over there. So this should work out. Had to play around with the lighting. You know, I got like just a little bit, you can see in my glasses, just a little bit of the window, the curtains open. I got my orange nano leaf light going over there. I turned off the shapes are in front of me so I don't get reflection of my glasses. A little color in the back, a little red on the side. And I don't know. I think everything's good. Can you hear me okay? Do you need more volume or is this fine? Because I can give it a little bit more if we need it. But I think we're probably good. Just let me know. And you're going to see too, because I'm doing landscape mode, we're not going to get anybody in here. It's going to be very few people. What's going on? Rhythm Rebel? So what's kind of funny is with this is just the kit lens, right? And with the kit lens, I'm thinking about, like the one lens that Cleveland Terry uses, and he recommended. He uses the FE 20 millimeter 1.8. Rhythm Rebel, I'm doing pretty good. So he uses that lens, and it looks really nice. But for me to buy that lens used Canadian is $950. So I don't know, man. To buy a prime 20 millimeter lens that can only do one thing, that would mean I have Canadian. I bought my camera for $2,800, brand new. And that would mean I would be spending another $900, and that's buying a used lens. New, they're like $1,300. Yeah, just for the lens. So here's something you might not know about cameras, just in case anyone's thinking about buying one. So this A7 IV is super fucking high end, but it's like the bottom end of the super high end. It's already 2 years old, right? It's 2 years old already. And it can do some crazy fucking video. But in order to do the super high end, high Kodak, like you mean Steven Spielberg kind of shit, you need to buy a memory card, a special memory card. So you either need a V90 or you need this CF Express. The CF Express, 960 gig, almost a terabyte, is $1,000 Canadian. Like, it's basically like $10 a gig. Like, you want 512, you're spending like $500. So I'm probably never going to use the camera for the Steven Spielberg, Hollywood kind of shit. I'm not going to do that with it. I am going to take pictures. So honestly, I could have got away with a Sony A6400 and it's an APC camera and could have got like a really high-end lens. And that's kind of what a lot of people use. This A7 IV was way overkill in some ways, but I'm hoping to kind of grow into this camera, and I don't want to get rid of the DJ stuff exactly, but what I do want to do is try to transition over and be a little bit more photographer and do some photography kind of things and some gigs, because DJ gigs are usually only at night. I have dizziness and shit. I can't stay up late anymore. Photography gigs, I don't know. I've said this many times. If you're going to blow your money into something, DJ gear, I don't know if you're going to get your money back out of it as fast as you might from photography, but photography, like, you need at least 3 lenses. So you're talking at least, let's say on average, say, even if you got lucky at $1,000 a lens and the camera, you're talking $5,800 right there. But you know, just my one rotary mixer costs that much money. Not to mention the CDJs. Like on DJ gear, you need like 15 grand to kind of get going. Where on this shit here, oh, Rhythm Rebel, I don't do gigs. I don't do DJ gigs. I'm long fucking done with that, because you know what? Nobody wants to pay any real money. Every DJ I know personally that DJs in clubs and shit has a day job. They don't make any money. And if they do make money, it's pocket change. It's not, you know, live on kind of money. And it's definitely not the kind of money that would ever pay for this equipment. Never. If you're a wedding DJ, yes. Do I want to DJ weddings? No. It's a lot of work, man. It's the last thing. I've been there, done that. I'm over. Yeah, I used to do stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like big time club DJ, but I did some shit. Honestly, this whole thing really was more of a hobby that turned into a YouTube channel, and I did some stuff here and there. I DJ'd some bars and shit. So, and yeah, this whole live stream gigs and shit, nobody watches. You know what I mean? I've been down that road too, where I set all the cameras up, live stream at a gig, and nobody watched. Nobody gave a fuck. It's not worth it. Totally not worth it. So what I do want to know, if you're watching this, are you watching it in 4K? How's it look? Do you think I need a new lens, or you think this is good enough? Honestly, I'm looking at it, and I think it's good enough, to be honest. Like, and you know what? I'm not even, you know what's funny? I'm actually not even streaming in 4K. Or at least my phone's not letting me. Yeah, maybe it's my phone. Let me go look. I'm going to turn my TV on. I want to see how this looks. See, I just looked. It's not I think, like, according to my TV, it's 1440. What the fuck is 1440? But yeah, even at 1440, it's smooth. Um, looks fine to me. Truth is, I run this camera. No, we're not at 60 frames. No. Like it says it's 60, but the truth is, I'm not running at 60. What's going on, Scott? I'm not running at 60 because the camera, the Elgato, is all the shit you need to know, man. The Elgato Cam Link can only do 4K at 30 frames. It can't do 4K at 60. But I have my OBS set at 60, so that's what it's broadcasting. What I don't understand is why I'm not getting my 4K out of this. But truth is, how much, like, you can see the little bit of hair on the fucking microphone. Like, do you see that? Well, when I move, you probably can't. Scott's saying you shouldn't mix them. So what you're saying is I should be just pushing OBS at 30 is what you're kind of getting at. But you see, and I was trying to get 60. That's always been the goal. Like, I'm not dropping any frames and everything's running smooth, so I think I'm okay. Can't change them right now anyways. You know, I'd have to end the stream in order to change the frame rate. But I think even the setup here, you know, color-wise, someone told me about I'm getting some breathing. Like, oh, you mean my focus is coming in and out? I'm kind of new to the camera game, so some of these terms I'm just starting to learn. I guess I could probably here's what I can do. There, now I've got the tracking right on my eye. So it probably shouldn't do any of that breathing, hopefully. We'll see. Because I think maybe it's trying to pick up on the microphone a little bit. But hopefully. Yeah, it's definitely better than what I had, Scott. At the end of the day, I got to tell you something. Just so you know, the person that inspired me to try to step my shit up is Cleveland Terry, because no, I didn't. Scott, I got a whole new camera. I just dropped like $2,800 and bought myself a Sony A7 IV. Nah, I don't have any parties in here. Oh yeah, so you know but I didn't get a new lens. I was thinking about it, but honestly, I don't see, you know. So this is the kit lens, right? This is the 28-70 kit lens. And So here's the problem. Because it's a full frame camera, if I want to get a full frame lens, the fucking lens is going to cost me, a Sigma is going to cost me crazy amount of money. Like, I think it's $700-800 or some shit like that. And because I'm always moving my shit around, it's difficult to know where do I want my camera to be. Right now, my camera is just beyond my fingers. And yeah, so the camera I'm using right now, I got a deal. It's usually like in Canada, it's like $3,200 plus tax. I got it for $2,800. And you know, and here's the thing about the whole low light. So here's a bunch of things about this camera. Number one, the camera just on USB-C alone streams at 1080 60 frames, and it looks fucking fantastic. I don't think this is my first time using the HDMI with the cam link, because my A10 mini can't do 60 frames. It can't do 4K either. It can only do 1080. So the A10 mini, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of the A10 because honestly, I don't need to do a whole lot of camera switching, to be honest, when I'm doing this kind of stuff. And if I was going to switch scenes, like if I was going to do something over top of the DJ equipment, honestly, my my Logitech Brio cameras look good enough. That's the cord you see hanging behind me, actually. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay, yeah, it's good as a switcher, but I was thinking you could run that into, it wouldn't help any. Could you do that? Could you run this camera into the A10? I'm on a, I got Mac and PC, but currently I'm running this on my my Alienware. So yeah, everyone talks about, you know, you get more blur, you get more depth of field, and I don't know if I want to blur out this background any more than it is. It kind of looks, you know, you still see a little bit of something. And as for low light, I got like no fucking lights on. I have, like I said, I got a little bit of window, like that much curtain open on the window. I don't have half my nanoleaf lights on. I just have one for the side, giving me that orange look. I got this light back here doing the red thing. I got these back here. Yeah, like I honestly, I think if I'm going to spend money on a lens, like for me taking pictures and shit, I'm best to have some kind of zoom lens. Because if I go out taking pictures, sometimes I want to zoom in on something, sometimes I want to zoom out. I don't know. The only way, like maybe I got to find out, like if I can buy a lens off Amazon and try it, maybe it would have to be something fucking special. Like, how much sharper do I need to look? It's not like I got the perfect fucking skin. 50 years old. How sharp do I need to look? It's the best I've had my shit look. And what else is crazy too, just so you guys know, chances are probably I could stream with my S24 Ultra on the back camera and maybe have it look this good. It's possible. I'm watching these videos online. People are running the iPhone 15 Pros along against an A7 IV. You wouldn't even know the difference. Honest to God. You look at some of these pictures and videos done between the two things, and the average fool is never going to know the fucking difference. I can't tell the difference. And like this camera, one of the things I think is cool about this camera that I haven't really, I tested out one day briefly, is I can tether this to my phone like for as a hotspot, and I can stream live from this camera, right? Well, that's cool, but I can also take my phone, put it on a gimbal, walk around and stream, and you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the only advantage, and I thought about the whole Ozbot and the Insta360, and they look pretty good too. I had an Elgato face cam, and that looked pretty good, but it kind of softened things up a little too much. And then there's a Face Cam Pro I was going to try out. And even, where's my other camera? So yeah, and I should run a little comparison test with this camera here. Because I spent like $600 on this thing. And it was almost a mistake. I think I paid like $1,200 for my S24 Ultra. And I think, no, maybe I got it used for $9. I don't remember. But one thing this camera definitely can do that the other things, I don't know. It's see how fast the focus is. The focus is super, super fast on this thing. From there. Oh, see, it's still trying to get my eye. Oh, I just got a goddamn commercial. That's a pretty fast focus. Fuck. If I'm gonna have such a good camera, I need a manicure or some fake fingers or some shit. Honestly. And you're right, Scott. I've had this conversation with a few of my friends. I even looked at a couple used 6400s I could have got for like $1,500. I could have got like a 6400 with a 16 millimeter lens on it. And for this purpose here, it would have worked fine. The goal of this camera wasn't just, hey, let me go buy an expensive ass webcam. The goal was, hey, this camera is way more than I can do, but it's something that hopefully I'm going to grow into and try to take this as into a little bit of a business. And I realize, yeah, Canadian prices are fucking bananas. I'm telling you. I realize I could go out and there's people making money with APC sensor cameras out there doing their thing. I had a little extra kicking around and I thought, fuck it. Fuck it. I'll go buy A7 IV. Because if I went and I know what's going to happen with me. If I bought a 6400, at some point I'd be like, well, should have bought the full frame. I don't think I'm going to regret. I'm not going to look back and say, fuck, I should have bought a 6400. If anything, You know this, DJ? Here's a prompt. When you say, I should invite DJs over on Friday nights and play from 7 till 2. Number one, my neighbors would fucking shoot me. That's the first thing that would happen around here. Number two, I don't really like DJs. Toronto DJs are fucking, I don't want people being my friend just because I have DJ equipment. You know how many people? I had lots of people over here before. I had people doing this kind of shit. And no one ever called up and said, hey, Steve, you want to go do dinner? My treat? You want to go grab a coffee? Okay, my one friend, Andre. That's my only friend. And my friend, Richard, too. But I'm talking like past people that weren't real friends. You know what I mean? They never called up for shit. They just want to use my equipment. And I was kind of cool with that. I didn't fucking mind so much because I want to help other DJs and get them to be better. And you're saying I could invite an established artist. Who's an established artist in Canada? What am I going to do? Have Deadmau5 come over here? He ain't fucking coming to my place. I talk to him once in a blue moon, like a little message here and there on Instagram. We're not like friends or buddies or anything. Just... Scott, thanks for the offer, but I got a lot of shit to do here, number one. And I don't watch sports. Doesn't do anything for me. Tomorrow's going to be a big day here. Tomorrow's a big day here at the DJ Lab. You have to tune. All I can say about tomorrow is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live stream. And I'm going to be showing you guys something really fucking cool. Should be cool. I think you're going to like it. I like it. So if I like it, probably you're going to like it too. Not really, no. I can't really say anything except the fact that I'm going to be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's about all I can really tell you. Even me saying that was probably too much. So yeah, I'm just texting a guy here. He had a 20 millimeter FE 1.8, a G lens. And he wanted it was like 12, almost $1,200 plus tax Canadian. He wanted to sell it for $950. I offered the guy $800. And he's like, too low. So, and really, and there's the thing. For photography, maybe I could understand. For this stuff here, I don't know. What's it going to do to my picture? Tell me, go look at Cleveland Terry's videos and then come back and look at mine and tell me, except that he's got a cool backdrop and the way things are set up. But this guy also, you got to keep in mind, Cleveland Terry, like what I'm trying to do, he's got a wedding business. And I'm sure, he uses his camera for other things as well, too. I don't know if he's got a Sony sponsor. I know a lot of YouTube guys do. I'm actually going to try to reach out to somebody at Sony and say, hey, listen, man, I bought the camera. I have a channel. All I'm expecting, I don't think I'm going to get anything for free out of these guys, but hey, If I could save 20-30% on shit, that would be fantastic. I'd be fine with that. Really, I need to find a friend in Toronto that's got a bunch of lenses and let me try them out. If I saw something that like blew my mind, like I think the one lens, Scott's saying you should go for a third CDJ, as units won't be record box compatible if you use them like that. And that's kind of, oh yeah, Scott. Oh, you're telling Scott to do that. Guess what, Scott? So Long McQuaid, not Long McQuaid, Henry's here in Canada. They don't do rentals anymore. And oh, here's what I was going to say. You're top of those SC6000Ms. I do have them back here. Got them covered up right now. They're discontinued. So if you can find a pair, I would buy them. I really like my SC6000Ms. I like having a motorized platter. Just looks cool. And I'm sure you guys know I sold 2 of my CDJs. This is why I got the camera. I sold the 2 CDJs and I sold my A9 mixer. I love the A9 mixer, man, but you're going to get a non-motorized. I couldn't, honestly, I really can't recommend a straight 6000. I had them and I don't know. What's going on, Ronnie? Camera conspiracies. So he's got a camera channel and he has everything, but does he rent out things? Because I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Scott, you think they're due to release a new player soon? Well, I can tell you that they're not going to. So playing with a CDJ and use your camera, I think this set would look really good because you can see everything in detail what the DJ is doing. There's the problem with this camera is where exactly am I going to put this camera in order to see everything fine? Because I only have 8-foot ceilings, number one, right? The desk is a little bit high. The best I've been able to pull off is literally using the Logitech Brio camera. See, Textiles, I owned the motorized and non-motorized versions as well. And I don't know, because if you use I'm telling you, if you got CDJ 3000s and you go buy SE 6000s, they're going to feel fucking cheap to you. Honest to God. If you don't have 3000s, sure, you don't know. But if you use C3000 and you hop on it, it's going to feel really chintzy and it's going to bother you maybe a little bit. Where at least when I hop on my M's, they feel better than my 3000s. See what I mean? They look cooler. They work better. I don't know. Just saying, if you got the option and if you could find a pair of M's for a good price, I would snag them up. I would grab them. And while I'm sitting here, let me give a shout out to 12-inch skins. Fucking love these guys. Every time you get something from these guys, they give you stickers and magnets and they give you all kinds of cool shit, man. Honestly, I'm telling everybody, if you have gear, What's going on, Lewis from Colombia? See, this DJ, I'm a button pusher as well. I'm not really I just, because of my age and my 1200s and shit, I just kind of like looking at those things. I like seeing them spin when I play. One of the other things I was going to tell you too about this kit lens, one of the things I'm kind of appreciate about it, and I was watching some guys talk about some of these YouTubers, right? And some YouTubers will literally reach forward and do this and just pop in. You know what I mean? And just do a little pop in like that. What's going on, Alan? Haven't seen you in a fucking gajillion years. And so you can like do this where you're doing like the punch in. And I could do that through OBS and through a couple settings, I suppose. But it's fun just to kind of reach forward and pop in and pop out. So right there, I'm at, I didn't even look at my knob. So right about there, that's probably like, see, that was too close. I'm probably at like maybe 35. So this is a 28 to 70. So right now where I'm sitting at is probably the equivalent of around maybe 35. So like if I did a 16, for instance, it would show beyond what I want to show. So everyone's going on about the 16. So I thought the 32, when the real truth is either I would need to have, because I could sit a little further back from the camera too if I wanted to. But if I had to buy a prime lens, I think a 35 millimeter would be like the ideal one for me because it's good for photography, good for video. It's kind of good for everything. So I think if I had to spend the money, um, yeah, it's a 3.5. So right now, for instance, when I look at my camera, I've got it on auto right now. And I'm sitting at 1/30, f3.5. The ISO sitting at like between 800 and 640 is bouncing around. And probably, you know, I'd be best to actually just set it on something, but I'm lazy. And I keep forgetting. I could have used my phone, sat back here and dialed everything in, but hey, good enough for the moment. You see, Alan, that whole you need an f1.2. I don't know why I would need it. Do I need to have more blur? I have shit behind. I want people to see. I want people to see the TheDjLab and my lights and the mixers and stuff. I want to like a little bit of shit. You go, how much blurrier do I need this to look? That's just kind of crazy. At some point, like, does it make sense to have more blur? Is that the better way to go? Everybody wants 1.2 or 1.4, and I don't know. I'd have to have the lens and see it, because for me, so let's put it this way: if I bought an APC lens, and say I got a 20 millimeter, so if I got a 20 millimeter, that would probably work out to what, like maybe 35 or something, because it's APC on a full frame. And I still wouldn't get the f1.2. It would be then like what, a 2 point something. I forget the math on it now. I've been reading about this shit, right? And to go spend $1,000 on a lens, like I just spent $2,800 for what? How many people are watching right now? Like nobody, right? Okay, I shouldn't say nobody. We got 22 people in here, which is kind of surprising considering I'm not going portrait mode. Let's go down Chi-Town DJ 72. If you're 72, I'm a 73, buddy. So, I don't know. Hey, everybody, just got to tell you, if you're around tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be in the live stream showing you guys something very cool. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Mark it down. Set a timer on your Google. You're not going to want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. Yeah, man. Gen X for the win. Yeah, we got some new stuff coming tomorrow. New things coming. You might be like, wow, or you might be like, meh. Who knows? Who knows what you'll think? See, Alan, unfortunately, you got to wait till tomorrow at 10 a.m. just to find out. I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to tell you because, well, the ninjas might come get me in the night. And I don't want that. So, I haven't really ranted about anything. Let me rant for 1 second because it's very strange to me how it's been so goddamn hot lately in Toronto. And some cultures are wearing fucking jeans and sweaters. I wish my blood was running like that. This DJ, do I like James Hype yet? I don't dislike James Hype. Thanks, buddy. You know what? I'm glad people are mentioning the image quality because I spent fucking a lot. I sold a bunch of DJ gear because honestly, you know why I sold my gear? I was getting fucking broke. No joke. I don't have really any income flowing in, a couple little things here and there, but nothing crazy. And I'm looking at my bank accounts and shit going, fuck. And that rotary mixer, it hammered my, like, I have good credit cards that I don't really carry a balance on. And that was the first time I carried a balance on my credit card. And I saw my monthly minimum payment was $140. Like, that's just the fucking interest. And I got good interest rate. So I had to sell some gear. So I had a chunk of money and the fucking smoke detector was going off in here because that money was burning a hole in my pocket. And I've got kind of everything. And the one thing I've always said I really want to get is a really nice camera. And well, this is a really nice fucking camera. More than I need. This is like, a guy buying a fucking Lamborghini to drive around downtown Toronto. That's kind of a bit fucking much. It's not really, it's a stupid thing to do. I see these guys like, why you want to drive a car that's that high off the ground over top of our potholes and shit? This camera here, this is the an A7 IV. So like I said, kind of overkill. I probably could have got this exact same effect with an the 6400 and a good lens. Even a 5000, man. My friend's got the Alpha 5000. He has a nice Sigma lens on it. Looks fucking bananas. Looks great. But I want to get into the photography thing a bit more. I want to maybe make some money. Maybe do some shit with photography. I've been saying for a long time, I don't want to be a 50-year-old DJ. I want to be a 50-year-old photographer. Because nobody, when I tell people I DJ or I run a DJ YouTube channel, because that's kind of what I do. I don't really DJ anything anymore. Well, I'm DJing Thursday, so I shouldn't fucking say that. Once in a while, I DJ. And people are like, you're a DJ? Even the guy I bought the camera from, right? When he saw when I met him and I showed my YouTube channel because, you know, everyone thinks everyone's trying to scam people on Marketplace. So I show my channel to show that, you know, hey, I'm not a fucking whack job. I'm legitimate. And when he saw me, he's like, dude, I thought you were a scam artist because, like, this old guy, DJs, stick a camera around my, you know, I put a camera around me. I look like a fucking tourist. I look like I'm a photographer. I shouldn't have don't look like a guy that's DJing. And do I think they'll release an XZ2? Who the hell knows of these guys? Nobody tells me anything. I was supposed to be, you know, I was told that I'm like going to be in with the review guys a little bit. Haven't really heard much about that. I was told that, hey, they're going to send me an Omnis Duo with the Wave 8 speaker. I heard that. I haven't seen it. And yeah, I would like to see a new RMX release. You're right. I'd like to see a new effect processor. I tell you what I'd really like to see. I would like to see Pioneer DJ just fucking roll over and die. And when I say that, I mean the brand, the name. I just think from here on out, the next CDJ should not even be called a CDJ because there's no CD. Call it a multiplayer because that's what it is, or a media player. Call it a media player. Drop the CDJ thing. Drop the Pioneer DJ. Call it an Alpha Theta, you know, MP for media player, 4000 if you want. And just bury the Pioneer DJ name because the only people that even give a fuck are us old guys. The new kids don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. Let's go to Stuart. Nobody gives a shit about that fucking Pioneer DJ name anymore. Just bury it, man. You would like to see an LC6000M, but unfortunately, I would too. You're never going to see it. I can tell you on the AT, we screw you again, 4000. I can tell you guys on pretty good authority that the chances that Denon DJ is going to make standalone players anymore after the SC6000 is highly unlikely. Because think about this as a business. How many club DJs are there in clubs that are willing to switch over? They tried that. They tried to get people to switch. And they paid some DJs to do it. And there might be one or two that still like to use it. But for the most part, Pioneer DJ won that battle. But when it comes to wedding DJs and bar DJs, well, and event DJs, there's way more of those people out there, way more. And convincing them to switch over from their Pioneer DJ controller over to, you know, a Rain controller or a Denon DJ standalone, well, that's pretty easy. You're a wedding DJ, let me tell you something. And you have the choice between an XDJ XZ or either RX3 or the Prime 4 Plus. You're going to go Prime 4 Plus all day long because you got multiple zone outputs on it. The microphones, just everything about that unit is better for doing weddings and corporate things. The streaming services actually work on it, unlike some of the other units. The streaming service works better on this shit than it does on a CDJ 3000. Sorry, it just does. It's faster. I can search by artist. I can search by label. It just, I have way more options. So likely Denon DJ is going to just say fuck it and go straight with the standalone units. And you know this DJ, I tell you, I miss my DDJ 1000. I kind of do. That was a fucking great, great system. So Scott thinks that pro event DJs will be forced off controllers because they're becoming less stable. Yeah, you know, like honestly, I've got a Prime 4 Plus here, and I'm DJing an event on Thursday at Yonge Dundas Square here in Toronto, and it's not a big fucking deal. It's a cool event, but it's not like, I'm DJing a festival or anything. This is a multicultural day festival. They have a bunch of dance groups, and I'm the guy. When they come, they're going to hand me a USB stick with their 2, 3 tracks on it, whatever. And I got to plug it in and play the 3 tracks in the order they want them. Well, the Prime 4 Plus, because it's got multiple USB ports, is perfect. That's easy. I used an XDJ XZ once upon a time on one. I do this every year. And I used the Prime 4 last year, and this year I'll be using the Prime 4 Plus. I was thinking about using my Denon DJ Go, but I like the tilt-in screen, so it's pretty sunny out. I can go day mode. I can tilt the screen up, and I haven't really attempted to try using a hub with my Denon Go and how easy it is to just pull sticks out. I might try that tonight, because the Prime 4 Plus, I got to drag the box out. I got a box to sing up. I don't have a case for it. And it's a bit cumbersome. And of course, I'm going to get the opportunity to actually, there's like about an hour span where I'm going to get to play a set. So I'm going to play some probably new disco shit, remixes of popular songs, that kind of shit. It's like a big crowd. And at the end of the night, when they're tearing shit down, that's when I'm going to play some drum and bass. I do it every year, man. It's fun times. If I had an RX3, I'd probably take an RX3, but some people think, it's funny how many people on this channel think I have access to everything. You know how many people message me, they're like, oh, you should get this, you should get a Flex 10, you should get this, get that. I'm like, from where? No one's given anything to me, man. I gotta buy this shit. See, Alan's asking, you have a Flex 10? No. Don't have one, never seen one in person. I was gonna rent one for a month, but it's like 200 and some odd bucks. It's like, fuck that. I'll never make that money back. Channel's not big enough yet. I'm pretty sure if I had a Flex 10, I'd fucking love it. I just don't have a good reason to buy one. And my problem about the stems is on Rekordbox, stems sound like shit. Last I heard them. I still think Virtual DJ and DJ Pro kick the fuck out of everyone else. DJ Pro kind of kicks the fuck out of everybody because it's got that flexible beat grid shit, man. And it's not a big deal. Most of the shit I play is like, electronic 4 on the floor, but guys, give me like, let's do a pause for the cause here. Give me a moment. So that's funny, Scott, because now I gotta look you up. An iconic DJ of house music. Scott Smokin' Sills. Is that you? Scott Smokin' Sills? At the helm of Hot Mix Entertainment is acclaimed Chicagoland personality and award-winning DJ Scott Smokin' Sills. Well, fuck, I guess you're somebody. Well, fuck. Got a celebrity here. Shit, says you're a world-class DJ for fuck's sakes. Huh. Hot Mix 5. And yeah, and here's the thing. If you are a Chicago house DJ, fuck, man. Like, I couldn't touch a shit with a 10-foot pole because in Toronto, I've said this many times. It's really funny how any old little bedroom DJ in Toronto will jump out and play for a crowd. In Chicago, you fucking better be good, man. You won't just jump out there and play. You wouldn't just go out there and play, man. The Chicago DJs, man, are fucking just a different level. The bar is so low in Toronto, I actually look like I'm pretty good. That's what's funny. I look like I'm pretty good because the bar is so fucking low. And I really shouldn't say that. I play around with gear enough that I can hold my own. I'm just more of a gear junkie than I am a music junkie. That's my only problem as a DJ. I know gear better than I know music. I know what I like. I know it sounds good, but I never will go on the hunt looking for shit. I'm a lazy DJ. Beatport Top 100, Beatport fucking what they got the oh my god. I'm losing my mind. What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about. They got the pre-done, pre-selected songs, right? And I just jumped through there. What's going on, Wicked Walt? Fucking Dom Diaz. Hey guys, Dom. I gotta tell you guys a story. So you see the guy Dom Diaz in there. Dom Diaz is the one who bought my CDJ 3000s and my A9. The man comes over here, right? And he brings his USB stick. He's a producer. He pops some tracks in, and fuck me, man, I'm blown away. Dom, by the way, you need, like, tonight. I need the shit tonight, like right now. Some of those tracks, you need to send me some tracks like right now, today, because I need to make some goddamn videos for tomorrow. So I need that shit like. So anyways, guys, Dom Diaz, it makes really fucking good shit. Dom, you should somehow reach out to Scott. You guys should connect because Scott, Chicago house guy, Dom's makes some good goddamn house, man. And it's got like, he's got some garage sound stuff. He's got some like, some of that older sounding shit. You know what, Dom, you know what I'm going to do? Give me a sec here. All right, Dom. So what I did, I just made you one of the moderators so you can actually post links. Feel free, if you got some shit, post some links up to some of your tracks because I'm telling you, not only did he have good, cool tracks because he's a real music nerd guy, but the mastering was so fucking good. Everything sounded so fucking good on my system here. I've met lots of guys like, yeah, I produce, and their tracks might have been okay, but the mixing and mastering, like, they just sounded flat. This guy's shit was like, had a sizzle and a kick and a punch. I loved it. This thing has got to go. That goddamn wire was fucking killing me here. Even this lava lamp sticking out of my head is kind of fucking me a little bit. So yeah, you guys cool stuff, man. Nothing I love more than people discover new artists through my channel. Had a few people pull their stuff up. Oh, did I lose my focus again? There we go. I still got a lot to learn about this camera. I'm sure there's probably better settings that I haven't done yet. And there we go. I feel like I can just drop that down just a little bit. So yeah, you can all thank Dom as well for me having this camera, because if he hadn't bought the CDJs and the A9, I wouldn't have bought this motherfucker. And I think, Dom, you know what? I think you almost need to come over sometime, and we'll do a live stream and have you do some mix and some shit. Because yeah, that Ace, I miss that fucking A7, dude. I really do. Yeah. And Scott, you know House, man. So do the guy a favor. If you like it, you like it. And if you think he needs to improve on something, just say it straight out. We're all friends here at the DJ Lab. No one needs to be shy about shit. If someone sucks, I'd tell them straight up, be like, yeah, you suck. You know, like, it's funny, man. People think, a real true friend will tell you just how it is. And you shouldn't get offended because they're your true friend. They're telling you because they like you. They're not telling you to piss you off. I'm sitting at 12% battery. Hold on. I need to get something going here. All right. Had to plug in the USB cable. just adjust it. I have everything on like a high adjustable desk so I can raise and lower the camera a little bit and the DJ gear. It was a long fucking day. Oh, by the way, went to the neurologist today, and they're still trying to figure out the dizziness and all this shit. And the guy does the little fucking tap tap, checking your reflexes, right? Well, the guy's doing my wrist, and my wrist is jumping, but obviously something is happening. Where my arm is, he said, he goes, well, that was a little brisk. I'm like, huh? So something's up. Scott's saying I need a dummy battery. Yeah, because I suspect I ran into this already. When I was running the USB, and I'm surprised, like to be honest, I'm going to have to do a couple of videos and really compare, because I feel like when I run just USB, never mind the cam link bullshit and the HDMI, and I gotta say, it really sucks that Sony put all their fucking cables on the same side as where the screen flips out. Like, why? I plug it in HDMI and I plug a USB. And yeah. So yeah, the overheating. I've ran into this overheating issue already with this camera. So yeah, and I guess it's probably not good for the battery either to keep running it like that. Teleprompter. You know what would be nice actually is a little screen. I don't know if I could do that. If I could have like a little HDMI screen on the hot shoe, and I could get the YouTube in there so I could just read it and be looking at the camera and be looking straight ahead. That would make sense. Because what's going on right now, my laptop, my Alienware is doing the stream. My MacBook is kind of right about there. So you mean, let me jump back here a second. So there is a teleprompter, like I know. Oh, I see what you're saying. There'd be no need for the Sony screen because you have a little screen. But how does that work? Because as far as I know, so if you're running like like an external screen, you need HDMI. But I'm running HDMI into my 4K. The fuck is that thing? The cam link. So is there a better way to do this? And honestly, I don't even really, yeah, you'd have to show me. And really, I don't really look at my screen on the side anyways. I'm just saying, like, you think they could design this a little bit better. There could have been a better way to do this. Who else is kicking around in here? It's a pretty I gotta say, oh, we're down to 16 people. We're 16, yeah. So considering we got 16 people, what I was going to say is, oh, we got 12 likes, but considering how many people have been through here, don't be afraid to hit the like button if you want to hit the like. And something I have not done yet. Is that. That's the PayPal link to my channel. If you want to help support it, shoot a couple of bucks, help me pay for this fucking camera. Because no word of a lie, man. I'm very honest on my channel. Some of these YouTube guys have sponsorships and doing things with music services and fucking stores, and they're making money. I got no sponsorship whatsoever. I got nobody doing shit for me. I'm just merely working off of the monetization of YouTube, and that's not what you think. I'm making like literally about $400 to $500 a month off this thing. And I was looking, so I've been running for 12 years. I've only really been serious for about the past 4 years. Oh, really? Fucking. Yeah, I don't even know why I turned the commercials on, to be honest. I do know why, and I've kept saying it. I would demonetize the channel fucking tomorrow and have no commercials on anything if I had enough people just shoot me money every month. I tried Patreon. That didn't work so well. PayPal seems to be an easy one for people because they're familiar with it and they don't take a big chunk of money. So, and I see it immediately. You know, like if you send me money, I can get it within 5 days, or I can pay a little percentage and get it like right now. And I don't do that. I let it build up a little bit, and then I get some new things for the TheDjLab. But when I looked at my grand total of what I made on the channel, and it was like $24,000 total over so many fucking years, right? And I realized the amount of money I've spent. And I've got 50 grand sitting in this shit. And I'm like, fuck. You know, even when I bought this little camera, for instance, right? When I bought that, that was $600 that day. Every little thing adds up like a motherfucker. I don't even know how I'm surviving. Don't even know. This microphone is $65 a month. I rented it for 1 month. Then I missed taking it back. So they billed me. And I thought, you know what? I got some shit to do. And it does sound good. It's a good mic. So I'm either renting that $65 a month, or I'm going to have to call these guys up. And Long McQuaid's really cool. If you rent shit from these guys and you decide you want to buy it, they'll take whatever money you put towards the rental and put it up against the cost of the unit. So it's not like I'm going to get fucked over. But now the gun's kind of to my head. Either I spent $125 to rent it for a couple of months, or I spend $700 and I finance the fucking thing. Jim wants to know, if things are tight, why you keep buying stuff? Call it financial irresponsibility. That might be one. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy the mic. So financial irresponsibility, midlife crisis. I don't have a convertible. I don't have kids sucking back my money. Money's tight, but here's how I see it. If I had, addiction's another one. I don't smoke. I don't smoke weed anymore. I quit that like fucking 5 years ago. I don't drink. I don't watch sports. I don't go to sporting events. I don't go to concerts. I don't go to anything. You know what I do? Me and my girlfriend on the weekends, we go out, we wander around somewhere aimlessly, a little too much until our legs are killing us. And we'll go to the restaurant. We'll go eat at a restaurant. We'll have breakfast. You know, nothing too fucking special. So my rent is cheap. I have low expenses. And if I had a pile of money sitting here, what am I going to do? Hop on YouTube flapping the money around all the time? Or do I have a bunch of gear and I can show people the gear? I can fuck around with it, learn it, help people out when they have issues, and it's fun. You know, I like helping people. So, yeah, Jim. Things are always going to be tight. But here's the thing. Everything I have, when I buy shit, except for the fucking camera, well, the camera I got a deal on too. I just found a good deal. And it was new, but it was a good deal. Um, with all this DJ shit, if I need to sell it tomorrow, I'm not going to lose any money. I'm going to like, I get my money back. So this is like money in the bank. Really. There is not a single thing here that I have that I've never, ever, ever sold DJ gear where I've lost money. I've either made a couple of bucks or I broke even. So like on the CDJ 3000s, straight out honest, that I literally sold the 3000s themselves. I sold them for exactly what I paid for them. I was hoping to get more, but I sold them for exactly what I paid for them. And the A9 mixer, I think maybe I came out an extra $100 on that. Maybe. Because I had to pay the shipping and the freight and everything too, right? So I think it was about, I was hoping to make a little bit more on that A9 mixer as well too. But, you know, I had it for a bit. I didn't make that many videos with it, to be honest. I made a couple. Nothing that really took off and made any real money. So what's going to be interesting is, if the photography thing picks up, if I can see that I'm starting to make some real money with photography, I'll start selling more gear. And maybe one day, this channel, maybe I rename it and I call it, you know, the Photo Lab. I don't know. And I do videos talking about how, you know, I got broke as a DJ and sold all my shit and made money as a photographer. That'd be kind of funny. But shit, who hooked me up here? Someone just hooked me up. Well, shit. I don't know who that was. I just see a note from Eric. Donation in appreciation for helping people. That was 26 bucks and 25 cents Canadian. I fucking appreciate that. You know why? That's great, man. When people do little donations like that, that literally like helps out a lot, because I don't think about things in the long term by months and years and shit. I'm kind of a day by day guy. So when people do that, it's like, hey, even though I've got groceries, it's not like I'm sitting with no food, but that basically covers a meal. You know, for that kind of money, I can go out to a restaurant if I wanted to, and I can buy myself a pretty nice little meal for that kind of money. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, I've always said, if I could just get, if literally when I do one of these streams and I'm on here for, what has it been? An hour and 21 minutes. And I got lots of shit to do, man. I should be practicing on the Prime 4 Plus for Thursday. I got to work on videos for tomorrow. There's things I should be doing, but I got the new camera. I want to try it out, see you guys, and, you know, shoot the shit. If everyone just shot me like a couple of bucks, fuck. If this channel could make $100 a day, I'd be laughing, man. I don't have a lot of expenses except for buying this shit. So give me like 2 seconds here. There we go. Turn that shit back up. I was just making the connection between it was Chi Town DJ 72 that sent me the PayPal, by the way. And I didn't realize that we've actually talked on Facebook Messenger. So I was just looking back to make sure it wasn't somebody that I talked shit about. Because we were having a conversation at one point because and I gotta say something. I'll just say it straight up. The marketing, yeah, like I don't want to the whole Patreon thing, I don't know. I got so much shit going on. I can only work on one thing at a time. So I can never really get that Patreon thing going. But what I was going to say about the marketing of some companies, you can fill in the blanks when I say the marketing of some companies. Well, I'll say it straight out. I think the marketing scheme behind Rain has bothered people, but it's made people talk. It's gotten people upset. It's got everybody like, what the fuck? Is this good or bad? I don't know. Whenever this Rain Performer thing comes out, um, we're going to see real quickly if their marketing was great and this thing sells out like tomorrow or another day or whatever. When I say sells out like tomorrow, meaning like, the day in one day is going to get sold, right? Um, we're going to find out whenever this goddamn thing comes out. Yeah. Maybe I should just stop talking. Shit. I feel like I could almost the ISO setting is starting to like, go 800, bounce around. I feel like I could change a little bit. What if I go auto? Let me try auto for a second. All right, now we're on auto. My ISO is pretty high. What we set here? Shows to be 1/60th. I think I still have. Oh, I'm not even on auto yet. I'm still on like. What am I? All right, it's a little bit darker, a little moodier maybe. I don't know. Does it look too dark now, do you think? I probably could have a little bit more light on my face. It might be okay. It's weird. When I look at my computer, I think it's just on my computer. It looks a little bit darker than it does my TV. It's okay. I don't need to have a fucking spotlights on me. And there's the truth. All these other channels, these guys have, you know, their light in and all these domes and shit and umbrellas and fucking like soft boxes and shit, whatever they're called. And I got way too many headache issues and shit and eye problems to have a bunch of studio lighting on me. So this is good enough for me. I like this look. Right now I got daylight. So if I didn't have daylight, I don't know what key light I would use on me. Is it a key light? I think. Just check and see who's still here. Everything went real fucking dead on the chat. And I see that you know, it's been an hour and a half. We're down to 12 people here. And guys, I really have a lot of things I need to get set up. And I got to get a bunch of shit done tonight. Mega Man snatched up 2 SC6000Ms. Scott saying, get a light dome, 2 softbox with diffuser. And I've been to the there was like the big photo fucking show here in Toronto. And I went and I looked at a lot of this stuff and sat in front of it. Believe it or not, some of these lights, it's too much. It burns my eye out. Even having a soft light off to the side, after a while, my eye just like dies. I got real bad light sensitivity. So, and as for your SC6000M, a good mixer depends on your budget. I would either say get yourself an SC6000M. Jesus Christ, see my brain's losing it. Get yourself a DJM A9 mixer. Or if you can afford, get yourself a goddamn Alpha Theta Euphonia if you go the rotary style. You definitely want like a 4-channel mixer. Take advantage of the dual layer. And I know, Scott, that they're adjustable, but believe it or not, even at some of these lights, 10% just beat even my monitors, even my laptops kind of bother me a little bit. And they're not that bright. My phone is dim. My big screen TV, I watch very fucking dim. I got brightness turned down a lot. Like I live in a cave. Brightness just... This is why I got transition glasses, because I would need to have tinted glasses in order to have a bunch of lights around me, even turned down. And of course, then there's the cost. You know, everything's about the money. Like, when does it end? I just keep spending and spending and spending. And once again, I could have went a camera for half the money and bought some cheap little lights off Amazon, and probably would have looked better maybe. Probably don't need such a good mic. Could probably handle a different microphone and set up an OBS and make it sound better. That's the problem. You can research all day long trying to find all the shit you want. And every time I buy something, it's afterwards. Like, I didn't know the lenses were going to be so fucking expensive on a full frame camera. I didn't research that part of it. So in hindsight, an APC camera might have been better, but at some point I probably would have wanted a full frame anyway. So is what it is. Just see what's going on here. You know what? I think for now I'm gonna run. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. I gotta get this shit done. Maybe I'll pop on a little bit later, and maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna play around and I'm gonna actually try the stream in portrait mode and see how I can make it look. See if I can get a decent thing going on. And just to see the views, because I know when I do the portrait mode, it helps to build the channel because I'm getting people that generally wouldn't be coming here in the first place. So yeah. Thanks everyone that stopped by. Special shout out to Chi-Town DJ 72 for the donation. Shout out to Scott Sills, smoking Sills, because didn't realize I had such a legend in the house. Nice to see some real DJs showing up here. This DJ, you know, all the regulars. Yeah, you can't remember everyone, but you know. Bing bong. Oh, look who showed up. Look who's late to the game. You know, here's the thing, Scott, about this portrait mode. I got to tell you, for the numbers, portrait mode gets pushed on the YouTube shorts, and it really fucking helps the channel. Like, portrait mode will actually make me money, strangely enough. I like this, but shout out to 12-inch skins because, you know, you got to cover your gear up, man. You can't have that bored looking shit. You got to get a nice skin, pimp it out. And that's what I was doing all day today. I was putting skins on my equipment. Fun times. Even lost one of the goddamn knobs somewhere in this fucking place. I got to find the goddamn knob. Oh yeah, YouTube rewards, like, I can show you my numbers. You have to pop in later. And when I do the portrait mode, if you pop in, you see the numbers, the views, it'll just blow your mind because they promote it through YouTube Shorts. And I know when I end this, when I see the amount of views for the hour and a half and versus when I'm doing it like on the short side of things, it's astronomically different. Now, maybe the people are coming through and going faster, but for advertisers and when I'm just talking to different people and possible sponsorships, it's when I can show the number that, hey, even if somebody showed up, if I had 3,000 people in an hour show up and they were here for like 30 seconds, that's an eternity, man, when it comes to commercial space, right? So I've been thinking about how to do that. So if I do a portrait mode and I can do like split things in three. Well, usually what I would do is have me at the top. I could put some kind of advertising in the middle and then leave the background, the back, a different color. So that way the chat window has something, makes it look kind of cool. Of course you're aware. What am I talking about? Of course Scott knows. The fuck do I know? Anyways, guys, I'll be back a little bit later. I got a bunch of shit to do to prepare for tomorrow and for when I DJ on Thursday. It stresses me out, but I'll get through it. I'll talk to you all later.